YouTube, what's going on? It's that boy C. What's cracking, y'all? Come on in, come on in. Chilling out on the patio. We about to get into it. I got to get sauce, but before we do, let's say hello to the pups. The two terrorizers, Kobe and Lennox. Hey, Kobe, come here. See Kobe? Kobe's my German Shepherd. Lennox is the cockapoo. They all dirty and filthy. But nonetheless, let's get into it. You see the title of the video. 3 quick tips to boost your credit score. I'm gonna give y'all 3 good ones. I've used these in the past. They have worked for me. I'm not a credit guru or expert, not claiming to be one, but I used these tips last year myself because I'm trying to grow my business and get my finances in order. And I used these tips last year, man, and they worked. They worked. 3 tips boosted my score about 80 to 90 points over a 6 to 7 month time frame. So let's get into it, man. Without further ado, these are going to help you guys out. So you're looking to boost your credit score. We know we live in America, the Matrix. You can't do nothing without credit. So tip number one. A lot of y'all try to do this. A lot of people, you hear it on the internet. You hear credit expert and repair experts say, become an authorized user on someone else's card. Facts. You do. You do. But the correct way to do it is you want to get on someone's credit card, become an authorized user on someone's credit card that has exponential credit history, a great credit score, and the credit card itself is not a new credit account. It's an old credit account. And you definitely want to make sure that credit card has a large credit limit. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Don't get authorized on a credit card where they only had the card for a year and their credit limit is $1,000. That's not going to do nothing to your score. I can guarantee it. It's not going to do nothing. What you need to do, preferably what I recommend, is at least find you somebody, family member, friend, cousin, your bae, whoever. See if you could get on their credit card as an authorized user, but make sure a minimum, they've had that card a minimum of 5 years. 5 years. So that's great credit history. Make sure the person that you find has a great credit score also. And you want to make sure that that credit limit is around no less than 7,500. So we talking like 7,500, 10,000. Big boy cards, man. Not no little rinky dink 1,000 or two. That's not going to boost your score. You become an authorized user. That's going to reflect on your credit report. It's a great standing account. And make sure that person that you become an authorized user on, make sure that person is paying their bill. Meaning they not over the 50% threshold. Make sure they staying under that and they paying the bill. And more importantly, they're using the card. There's activity. You don't want to get on a card there's no activity. They ain't gonna do nothing for you. There's got to be activity. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2. This is a cheat code, and y'all may know or you may not know, but this is a cheat code, man. If you don't have in your stable, if you don't have at least 3 credit cards minimum, get you 3 credit cards. All right, but what you can do once you get your 3 credit cards, or a minimum of 3. Now we building credit. We're not talking about just status quo that you're gonna be walking around with 3 to 5 credit cards. We're talking about building and boosting your score. Always, tip number 2, always get credit limit increases. What that shows the credit bureaus that you're in great faith and standing with that company, and that increases your credit utilization, which therefore increases your borrowing power, in turn which boosts your score. I can't tell y'all, like I try to do at least twice a month. I have 4 credit cards. Okay, now here's the real cheat code. Get you a secure credit card. Okay, you can increase the balance by just depositing more money that you make onto the card. All right. So every 2 to 3 months, I'm calling all my credit card companies saying, "Hey, I need a credit limit increase." Typically, out of the four, I always get about one or two. You know, some companies have different guidelines and restrictions on how many times you could get a credit limit increase, but this would definitely boost your score. Trust and believe me. All right. Now, this last tip is gonna seem cliche, but I'm telling you, this is probably what boosted my score the most, especially when I got deeper into it. Pause, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about when I start talking about this. This right here is probably what the average American, like myself and you, struggle with the most. What is it? On time payments. Let it sink in. On time payments. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of people think, oh, I have a car note, I have a mortgage, I have a credit card bill, whatever. Revolving, you got some kind of revolving debt, student loan. What we make the mistake is once you start getting 30-day lates on your credit report, you're done. So what you got to do is, if you can, get a hold of your credit report, see your last late. If you one of those people who struggle with remembering when to make your payment, you gotta jot it down. You gotta write it on a notepad, something. You gotta be on top of your on-time payments. Why? This is like the bulk load of how they weigh and come up with your credit score. So what I do is what I did, and I'm still doing. You got to get about 6 months, 6 to 12 months. For me, it was around month 7 or 8. So the 7th to 8th month, I seen my score just start going up. You know why? I paid all my bills on time. On time payments are huge, especially if you got a lot of lates. You got to start showing these credit bureaus and these companies that, hey man, I'm trying to clean up my face, keep my nose clean. The only way you're gonna do it is you got to get those consecutive. You can't be on time for 2 months and then be late the third. No, you need about at least, to see the results, you need at least 6 or 7 months on time payments in a row. Then your score, like last year, when I made a conscious decision, because I was just willy nilly with my credit score for years. When I made a conscious decision that I wanted to get my score up, man, around the 6 or 7 month, out of nowhere, I'm like, damn, what did I do? 25-point boost here, 15-point boost here, another 20-point boost. I'm like, damn. And then I'm just like, man, I'm paying my bills on time. I'm finally showing that I'm a real good borrower, and I'm an adult who's responsible financially. So the credit bureau, Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, they want to see this. All right. So hopefully these 3 tips help. Drop a comment down in the comment section below. If you're struggling, let me know, man. What you struggling with? Or if you know a cheat code, if you got some sauce, man, put it in the comment section, man. Help. We all got to each one teach one on this. All right. So that's it for this video, man. I'm out. Peace. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I'm out.